Did you do it? It's November 27th, 2018, and I don't want to bore you to pieces with this S&P 500 chart, but I just want to remind everybody just how destitute and bad everybody was feeling and angry back then, and at the market bottom, about a month ahead. I'm going to be reading an article from April 22nd, 2009, and I just wanted to refresh everybody's memory just how bad things were. I'm going to start out right here at a video I did. It's called Apparently Wildfires Can Cause Lightning Strikes. I published it on July 29th, and what I want to focus on here for the next couple of videos is there's a purple patch that they've put over the signatures of the explosions. So I'm going to show you, and it's been showing up. You see the purple patch is the obfuscation techniques and all the clouds and everything moving around it. Those are the weather systems. Now the purple patches were put there. Somebody put them there. Okay, someone told them to put them there. Look at all the explosions taking place underneath there. Okay, those are all signatures from explosive occurrences. All right. Now I want to focus on who did that and who told them to do that. So let me just go. That's just one example of the cloaking technique. We'll go here. This is about the Santa Clarita fire being born. It was published the next day. I'm on natural color at the College DuPage, so it's a little bit different, but you'll see what it looks like when these explosions take place with no lightning. Okay, the weather systems are not, there is no lightning going on here. All right, and there's the explosions of Santa Clarita, and here's another one that occurred up here that I don't recall talking about, but supposedly some guy, some arsonist, lit 9 fires real fast there. But I'm going to take you to another video. It's this one was previously unlisted. It's called Fight Fire with Fire. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that purple patch that they are obfuscating our view with. And it's right in here. I'm also going to highlight in this video, Mike Morales pointed this out to us. There's a signature coming down directly at the Paradise with this one. And look at this patch staying still. They're covering up the explosions that are taking place. Okay, you can barely see them because they got most of them covered. Alright, but this is what I'm trying to show. Who did this and who told them to do it, because they're part of the criminal. They're part of the criminal element we're talking about right now. I'm going to stop that one there. I'm going to go to another one that was unlisted. It's also Fight Fire with Fire. Just these were experimenting on my own. And there's that purple patch again. It's not moving anywhere. And if I get cut off, I'm going to publish this one anyway, because this is the 3rd attempt. And this is also highlighting the signature that's coming down from the northwest, going right at Paradise. Now I'm speculating that they're possibly utilizing microwave technology to cook things from the inside out, vis-a-vis the trees burning from the inside out, and the directed energy weapons. But that's just my opinion. Okay, now I'm going to stop this video, and I've got a playlist. It's called Fire, and it should be you're welcome to go check it out if you like. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to this video. This is the Paradise, California Attacked Proof Here video. Now I'm going to start it out. I'm going to try to show you the obfuscation techniques, and I want to know who. And if we want to hold these people accountable, we need to know who and, well, how. I mean, if we think someone else did it or someone did it and it's not natural, we need to know how it's possible. So let's see what we can come up with here. I wanted to show you that how they're blocking our view. Like I said, if it gets cut off, I'm sorry. I'm going to publish it anyway, and then I'll come back and finish it. But let's just move along here. Okay. Okay, there it is. See that purple patch? Now watch all these explosions that are going to be taking place underneath it. They're blocking those out, or the signatures. And we know there could be a propane tank here or two that are exploding, you know, whatever. But not in this amount. And the deadly accuracy. Okay, now, how in the world could they be deadly accurate? Well, we know how they could be accurate. They've got the directed energy weapons and you know, you have planes flying over, helicopters or whatnot, but helicopters just can't go high enough. So we got to have an idea on how this could be done, and them not being detected. This is bullshit. taking me right out of the game here. But anyway, I was trying to highlight, focus on those purple patches that aren't moving, and somebody did that on purpose, knowingly and willingly, so they're part of the crime here, okay? I want you to look at that and pay attention to that, please. And then what I want to do is, how in the world can they do that and not be detected? Well, let's see. They could get one of these, which is called the Inferno, or a reasonable facsimile thereof. And there's the performance. It's a high-definition precision targeting and ISR sensor system, and I'll let you read that. And then I'll give you the link for that. And they can mount it on something like the dirigibles. The U.S. military's got a few. Well, let's see. Here's what I was saying. I got cut off. They cut me off somehow. Now, they're not letting me do too well here. They're cutting me off, people. Okay? Now, I talked about the military dirigibles. And here's the world's largest dirigibles, just to show you that they're using helium. You know, and that might be for these dirigibles. And that might explain the helium shortage going on. But there's something missing here. Now, what about the deadly accuracy? Okay? Now, I'm going to publish this regardless, but here we go. Alright? Back in 2006, we were warned that the Census Bureau was going to send people door to door and actually take GPS coordinates of the entry doors. Now, when I was here at my house, they put their GPS unit on every corner of this house, and at the front door, and at the back door, and at every corner of my shed. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you. This is the 31st. I'm going to give you all the links I got, and it tells you ahead of time. But then I'm going to take you to April 22nd, and here it is. Surprise, census comes early with our GPS to map to your front door. Well, seems that workers have begun already coming door to door with handheld GPS units and questions about every garage and storage barn on your property. Robert Lamacchia, head of the Census Bureau's Geography Division, says they'll capture the latitude and longitude of the front door of every house, apartment, and improvised shelter they find. We will actually knock on doors and look for hidden housing units, he says. We will find converted garages from the outside. It may not look like anybody lives there. This is so the census will end up with the geographic coordinates accurate to within 10 feet, or about 110 million residences. 4. The U.S. Census Bureau is currently going door to door nationwide to place your front door coordinates into global positioning systems. Talk about deadly accuracy for marking and mapping purposes. Okay, I'm going to give you the link to this so you can read it yourself, but I'm going to scroll down because the company from the Baker website. Okay, here. Sorry. The U.S. Census Bureau is doing an address canvassing operation. Okay, the U.S. Census Bureau awarded Shreveport, Louisiana-based Michael Baker Jr. Incorporated an estimated $10 million contract for data collection services that involve global positioning system technology. This is from the Baker website. They're going to be bragging. The company, an engineering unit from Michael Baker Corp., won a multi-million-dollar award to support the Bureau's Geography Division in updating the key geographic data system. Baker has been a partner to the United States military since the 1940s, supporting the Department of Defense's operations spanning the globe. We understand the culture and know the demands and responsibilities facing installation commanders. While force structures, weaponry, and missions change, Baker helps keep American military installations fully mission capable. Baker is putting life cycle planning concepts for a multitude of federal, state, and local clients. Huh. Life cycle planning concepts now, huh? Wow, I'm going to give you that link. And here's another one, Night of the Census Taker. This is from Boston.com. It says in the hierarchy of scary-looking devices, the Census Bureau's new handheld computers fall somewhere below the staple remover and only a little above the hole punch. The box of units, about the size of a checkbook, allow the department's field workers to collect and transmit information electronically, including GPS positions, so houses and apartments get placed in the right location in its records. In early April, a couple weeks after the market bottom, when the census agents began address canvassing, that is the initial phase of every decennial count. They carried these handhelds for the first time. This milestone initially stirred the same buzz as an agricultural department report on projected avocado yields. But as census canvassers took their handheld computers down city streets and exurban cul-de-sacs and backcountry lanes, something started to happen. They show up at your house, and you look down, and you ask what they're doing, and they say, "Oh, just getting a GPS reading," regardless of your political affiliation. Well, there's just something inherently creepy about that. Creeped out people were. Hypothesis flew on the right-wing websites and talk radio. The feds wanted the coordinates of American homes in order to facilitate an eventual roundup of dissenters, or the GPS readings were for when the White House, under the cover of an unspecified calamity, invites the UN soldiers, who, after all, won't be able to read American street signs, or for when the authorities, cutting to the chase, call in unmanned predator strikes against undesirables. Okay. Now, on top of all that, the Bureau is confronting what former Director Kenneth Pruitt regards as unprecedented resistance to the census itself. I'm going to scroll down a little bit here. U.S. Census worker found hanged. Okay, apparently in Kentucky, September of 09. Okay, let's see if I got that right. Well, in Kentucky in September of 09, this poor gentleman, he was a census worker doing the GPS thing. There was some angry folks in Kentucky that took him out, and they scribbled "Fed" all over his body. Okay, I'm going to leave you that link. It's just is not right. But you see, this precision revolution, GPS, and the future of aerial warfare, I'm going to give you that link if you haven't already been there. But, I mean, that would explain how they could be so deadly accurate. All right? And I want to come back over here to that. Okay? U.S. military dirigibles, and those could very